Wow, the best thing about London, it's alive. There's places to go. There's brilliant from shisha lounges to bars to good clubs, good women, good people to meet, excellent job prospects.
The people, it's very diverse. You get a good mixture of people from all over the world, so I like that.
The multiculturalism.
I think the multiculturalism in the capital.
It's a world capital from all over the world. You can meet people from different race, culture, color.
The diversity, really. You can go anywhere and do anything at any time of day.
All the museums and all the just so many sights to see. It's got a lot of different cultures and different people. It's diverse.
The diversity.
It's diversity. So many different kinds of people and lots of things to do, even free.
It's an exciting city.
I think it's so many attractions and it's good fun, lots of young people.
The cosmopolitan life, you can go to various restaurants and eat different types of meals.
Restaurants, bars.
The nightlife's quite good.
The nightlife.
Yeah, nightlife, different people. There's always something to do.
That everything's on your doorstep. You know, like theatres, everything comes here first, or if it doesn't come here first, it comes here last.
The shopping, the meeting so many different types of people. Shopping still.
The thing I like about London is that I feel that everybody is accepted in London.
And what's the worst thing about London?
The multiculturalism.
Pigeons.
Yeah, the pigeons again.
There's one up there with a growth on its foot, like a big claw, but the trouble.
The trouble?
The trouble. Nah, not so much the trouble.
Too many foreigners.
Yeah, yes, and maybe too many, especially in my job, illegal immigrants in the country.
Overpopulated and very expensive.
Too many people.
Too many people.
It's overcrowded.
It's really crowded. Everybody seems to be here.
The crowding during the tourist season.
The work is being taken over by Eastern Europeans, etc., etc. It's not a racial view. It's just a case of a lot of children are going to suffer now, and that really is. It's really bad.
The worst thing, which I don't think is too bad, but it can be slightly dirty sometimes.
Worst thing is probably pollution and can be dirty sometimes, and transport can be a nightmare sometimes.
The dirt.
The mess. Everywhere.
Not at Canary Wharf.
All the pollution and the traffic. Yeah.
The worst thing about London is the traffic, man.
Probably the traffic.
I think it's the traffic and underground.
Modern transport.
Public transport.
The transport system is too expensive and it's not reliable. Sometimes the atmosphere. I live in Hackney, and sometimes it's a bit dodgy. Going out on your own, or my son, he's been mugged several times.
With a northern accent, maybe
The north.
Rain.
Canals.
Funky.
Manchester. Shit. When I think of Manchester, I think of like bands like Oasis and Stone Roses and kind of long hair and a bit more grungy.
I think Manchester is massive. I think Happy Mondays, clubbing. It's also got the highest suicide rate in England in the 1980s, so perhaps it's a bit inner city and depressing.
Oasis. Rude people.
Manchurians. Nah, that's what I think.
I automatically think of Man United Football Club, that's it,
I
really.
think it's a bit Scumville.
The first thing comes to mind, Manchester United Football Club.
Manchester United football team.
Manchester United Football Club. Football.
What do I think of Manchester? I think of Manchester United Football Club, which I don't like, being a Chelsea fan.
I've never been to Manchester, but I've heard that it's changed a lot and it's quite up and coming.
It's a vibrant city. It's up and coming.
I think Manchester's a happening place.
I think Manchester is nice if you're there very short term, for instance 1 year, but after a while you've been everywhere, you know it after like 6 months, so it's not as exciting as I would say London.
It's a northern industrial town. They're hardworking. slightly perhaps. I think people from the north resent people from the south, rightly or wrongly.
They're generally more kind of surly, a bit more aggressive. Yeah.
A bit rude. They're different from Londoners.
Pretty rude, abrupt.
Normally rude as well.
No, I find they're very friendly. I find Northerners are
find
much
them rude.
more friendly than the Southerners.
They're quite friendly, yeah, until they hear you're from London for some reason.
Very dry sense of humour. Quite happy-go-lucky sort of people.
Funny accents.
I think the sort of archetypal image is like Coronation Street. They're quite friendly.
Yeah, they're friendly. I find them very friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, we think the natives are friendly in Manchester.
They're a lot friendlier. Like when you get off the bus, you always have to say thank you to the driver, and you know you're a lot more polite. Well, in London, people don't have as much time, I'd say.
Most of them are friendly, but because of the pressures of life living here and because the cost of living here, most people have some kind of tensions which they do not express, and they express it towards each other sometimes.
We haven't got our own identity in London anymore.
I think EastEnders are nice.
EastEnders are brilliant.
Londoners? I think as a multicultural city, they're a friendly bunch.
Londoners, well, it's hard to classify because there's so many people from all over the world living in London, but people in London tend to be a bit cocky.
Sharp and cheeky.
A bit cheeky.
Cheeky, yeah, witty, kind of, you know, sort of a bit like that, a bit sort of shoot from the hip kind of thing.
Top dogs!
Top, we're top, innit? We're top.
When you know a Londoner, they're friendly, but because it's so overcrowded, you can't be as friendly in a sense.
Busy.
Yeah, they are. Always in a rush.
In London, extremely wary of strangers.
You know, a lot of people nowadays, because of crime, etc., they want to keep themselves to themselves.
Because there's such a turnover of people where we live, it's hard to get to know your neighbours.
You know, Londoners don't sit on the tube talking to each other.
No one knows each other, so it's, do you know what I mean? You don't really get to, like when I say up north, it's much more friendly because people kind of take the time, because there's so many people in London, no one takes the time to get to know each other.
I don't know, like, sometimes you can feel there's so many people around you, but you don't get to know them all, and it's a bit, I don't know, yeah.
And I think the difference between the north and the south is that in the south we're very slow to make friends, but when we make friends we keep them for life. Whereas in the north, it's not superficial, but they make friends very quickly, but it doesn't mean as much.